So fast. I was telling Breezy the day that I felt like King Kong climbing. I Empire State Building. That's how I felt because we were doing rock climbing the other day.
Okay, introduce him real quick. I want to get back into this conversation.
Okay.
What's your name again? No, just kidding. Episode 32. We
Tyler
are back.
Justin.
Justin Tyler.
That made my brain hurt for a second.
JT.
Fucking first names, bro.
TJ?
JT. TJ? Sheesh.
What's your middle name?
He is back. We had you on what, episode 2? 1? 2? Episode 2.
Jamal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah. It's still on Spotify. You can watch
Giler.
episode 2 on
Just replace the
Spotify.
first and the last.
It's not on YouTube anymore, but it is on Spotify.
Right.
His episode, his first episode.
The original one.
The original
You're the
one.
first person we've brought back.
Yep.
I know.
Your first two.
Lee said that too. He
First
was
two
like,
for- "Damn,
they're bringing you back." I was like, "Hell yeah,
I know.
bro! I'm happy about that." Damn,
Hell
come
yeah,
on. I'll get y'all air. We're gonna air. Oh, his arms are long.
Well, because I did get an email saying, like, you guys need some color. And I'm like, Justin.
It was Justin who emailed you, actually.
From a random email.
It's like
from
random
TJ.
email address.
Random comment.
Yeah, exactly.
Need some color
Put some
71.
color back in here. You need
Yeah.
color. Yeah, need color 71.
No, we know you.
Tylen Juster at AOL.com.
You know we love you, man. Fucking
Yes,
friend
sir.
of the shop, friend of all of ours. Like, you're a dope dude. We fucking love you.
Love y'all too, man. It's just a whole lot of love. I appreciate it. All the
Yeah.
way down. Every time I come in here, man, it's
Former employee,
Except from
too.
Sam,
Yeah.
you know.
Former
Except for
employee.
Sam and I talk. We talk shit back and forth.
Yeah, simple life.
It's simple life, and I know.
You're supposed to be able to hate each other
Yeah.
equally. That's how it works, okay? The whole point is equally.
I feel like
Right?
if Sam called me and he needed something, or if I'm in the shop and something bad fucking going down, then I know, he might be there, depending on how white the other person is. You know what I'm saying? But at least I know that, he'd be there. He'd help out as much
Your
as
first
possible.
question would be like, okay, what did you do to him?
Yeah.
What actually happened?
Well, Justin, what happened? God damn, all right.
So you quit on your break, right? Or
Yeah, on a Friday, bro. I was out. I was like,
on a Friday?
Friday, that shit was done.
No, it's cool. Obviously, I know your apparel line is fucking just going through the roof this year. It seems like you're really, like, pushing that motherfucker.
Bro, once you get a taste of some numbers, you keep going after that. Sure. And I just kind of kept going, and I saw that it was helping out as much as I possibly could, and not even just like going into my pocket. I enjoyed it going into my pocket, but I also I spread it. I spread it out. I was
To your left pocket.
to my left pocket. And I
Back
put it in but I mean, some kids needed something on my football team. I was able to help them out. You know what I mean?
Nice.
We did trips, stuff like that. Single moms shouldn't, and I spread it out. It's not all for me. That's why I do some of the things that I do, is because that's how I was raised. That's what my dad did for his family, because he was the most successful one and the first one to roll through. So it's like, all right, let me see how I can just help out and be able to pave the way and leave some sort of legacy other than a bunch of fucking T-shirts.
Yeah.
What do you think's made your company, like, be so successful right now? Like, what's made it jump off?
branding
That
different?
fucking branding different, putting stuff out there is one of them.
anti-government.
The anti-government, but I work for a government T-shirt. That shit took the fuck off, and I have.
What happened?
And he's
Did it
speechless.
it just caught on, and then
It was a good slogan. Like,
well, I mean, it works for every service guy, every cop, every
Every
Postal
Anybody that's-
worker,
yeah.
anybody
Yeah.
that works for the government, and that was just what it was. Is that it was a design for just the layman, not calling people lame, but the layman, everyday person. It fit for them, and it was just beyond cops, military, anything of that nature. And you look at the comment section, and people are like, "Oh, you're just selling your soul for a paycheck," and yada yada yada. And it's like, well, I mean, think about the person that works for the fucking school board. They want to be there to help kids out,
Right.
but they don't like the rules that the government or the city, the local government and state send down.
Yeah.
But they want to be able to do everything they can to help kids out, or these low income families and shit like that. It goes beyond just military and cops.
That's cool.
But people look at my page and then just be like, "Oh, the bootlickers are finally coming home," and yada yada yada. Nah, dog. You got to think about it. How many people still in the Marine Corps to this day were at Abbey Gate, and they're still serving, but they're like, man, fuck the government. They turn their back on us,
That's true.
No, for sure.
When was Abbygate now? Has it been like 6 years?
No. 2 years. Two or three.
It was that recent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was during this term.
So for the
Nobody
viewers
was
who
in
don't know, what is that, Abbey Gate?
Abbey Gate was during the evacuation out of Afghanistan. A few of the guys, I think you had a few guys that worked here that were actually involved in that evac that were affected by the bombing at the gate from the suicide bomber. And 13 service members lost their lives due to that. I want to call it negligence because I feel like listening.
It was 100%.
Listening to the statements at the House floor and everybody telling what could have helped to prevent the situation. Our government, our leaders, and the people in the big offices that get the big paychecks told everybody to stand the fuck down. And now you got 13 people dead, not to include however many Afghan civilians and, so on.
Yeah.
And for me and folks who have served during the GWAT, which is the Global War on Terrorism, the 20-year war that we went through Iraq and Afghanistan, we basically sat back and watched Afghanistan crumble within, a week? And some change, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that shit kind of broke our heart because you think about a lot of the
for
friends
sure.
and the parents, mothers, brothers, sisters, uncles that have passed away over there or came back and still fighting, the PTSD and the damage that they took.
Yeah, people
just to
lost
watch that shit.
limbs,
Lost limbs.
all that stuff.
Tyler, and one thing that I like, if you look up Tyler Vargas, his name is Whistling Death on Instagram, you see him, and for me, that is a symbol of what that whole 20 years was. My man was over there for a week. He was a designated marksman, and he, based off of his statement, I could be wrong, but he had who was the Bolo at the point in time, that suicide bomber, in his scope. You know what I mean? To be able to, take him down and make the call. And from what I was told and from what I heard, they asked him to stand down on that situation.
Damn.
But then dude lost his arm. He lost his leg. He watched his friends die. He was knocked out, but when he came to, he's like, well, shit.
That's
he was
crazy.
He could have died, but looking at him is pretty much the coverage of what that whole war was at the time. Folks losing life, limb, arms, all kinds of stuff, man. So in just that 1 week, I think the world saw in just that 1 week what was going on for 20 years. And that's when I'm like, oh, fuck, Afghanistan's a shithole. Yeah. No shit, motherfucker. It is a shithole.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I see a lot of memes now where it's just like, let's fix all the world wars. Let's fix every problem in the entirety of all of Earth. And just fucking Iran and Afghanistan are gone.
Yeah.
And you're like, what's up?
So many of them, that's tough, though.
That's tough.
A lot of the problems are coming out from over there. I mean, I don't, what do we have? Israel situation, Palestine.
And Iran.
And Iran.
No.
That wasn't even a proxy bomb if you go and look at that shit. That shit came straight from Iran. I'm like,
Which
fuck
one?
That. Where they, what?
Oh,
was
you
it?
mean recently?
Recently, the recent one.
Yeah, Iran's not new. They've been that way for a really long time.
Yeah.
I don't
Just let them do their thing. Fuck it.
And that's kind of where it's at. Like, they've been doing it for forever.
Yeah, it's basically
like,
part of their religion.
They've been lobbing missiles back and forth. Like, why is it such a big deal this time?
Well, I think this time because
more coverage.
we're writing the checks more and more and more. Here you go buy some more missiles. Here you go. Have fun,
Have
buy
we
some
always
more
been writing the
missiles.
checks and we just know about it now?
Yes.
Probably.
Israel has been our attack dog that's on a leash for forever.
Yeah.
That's how we control. That's how we stabilize the Middle East. Is Israel will fucking murk everyone at once all the fucking time if you let them off the leash. But that keeps everything level-headed is by keeping them in check there. So it's something that we've had to do. It's geopolitics that people don't fucking look into. Yeah, for sure we've been writing checks. I don't give a fuck if we've written all the checks for all their missiles, right? Like, it is what it is. You have to have friends all over the fucking globe. So playing this, we can't write checks for people, that doesn't fucking work. The world's too big for that shit.
I think there's a separate topic though. There's writing checks. I'm totally fine with that. There's writing checks for the right things at the right times, right? Sending money to a place
Lebanon,
that realistically, the United States has no business being inside of.
Where?
Any part of the fucking goddamn desert over there.
Okay.
We have no business being there by any means. We have no dog in that fucking race other than having some kind of friends, right? I think
no, stability is the dog we have.
hold
in
the
the
fuck
race.
on.
You moved past it already. Though.
Jesus Christ, this fucking guy.
Go ahead.
There should be more. What's the word I look for? Internal investment rather than external investment.
100%. Didn't you? I just posted about that shit that we wrote 173 million to Lebanon. Like, I get it. People are struggling.
Yeah.
Trust me. I'm 100% on that. But like, the stability of that region is important in Israel, and like, for us, for our stability, for our gas prices, for our oil prices, for all the fucking craziness that goes on, I'm not saying yes.
Yeah.
But there should be a strategic dispersion of that money, right? Like, okay, like in the geopolitics, none of us are educated enough to really comment on it, right? Like Ukraine,
But
like,
from our
Ukraine, like, are we wasting a shitload of money? Yeah, we are. So Russia takes Ukraine, then what happens? Then they move into Poland, and then they decide to go here, and they decide to go there, and now what do we have? Because you have a dude who's not scared of the U.S. with fucking Biden in this administration we have. If Trump was there, it'd be a little different because Trump's slightly off his rocker in that way and be like, fuck it, send him, dude. Let's go.
I think
Like,
what's more annoying is like Zelensky, right? He's like, no, don't mail it. I'll go pick up the
I'm
check.
gonna pick it up.
I'll fly in and come pick it up. Don't mail it. I'll be right there.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Trust me. The reason that I am right, that I vote Republican, is because I'm domestically conservative. I'm fiscally conservative, and I'm socially middle. That's just the way I am. But I'm super about domestic policy, and I could fucking give a shit about foreign policy, right? Because we don't care enough about our country. People aren't caring enough about that, but we can't ignore the geopolitics all over, and we got to have homies in Japan. We have to have bases there. We have to have bases in the Middle East. We have to have bases in different, because there's 3 countries who fucking hate us that have enough people to start World War III, Russia, Korea, and China, and we have to keep wraps on them.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I think it's got to go both ways, though. As much as we're like supporting other countries, it's like as you said, we should.
We have to.
We should be getting our own country to be getting that support. I feel like that's
Exactly.
what we're lacking.
I understand, but
He's
I
talking about-
understand you guys aren't understanding the trade-off to that.
No, I understand the trade-off because
Because if World War III happened, then what the fuck are we? Then we're even a worse place than we are now.
Well, that's actually more of a vote towards
Yeah,
towards what I'm saying.
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Right?
I'm saying like
Right. You're looking at both ways,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
like, yeah, and the other side of it is that I don't think that World War III is ever going to happen. I hope it doesn't, because if you start launching nukes, World War III, you're talking about nukes, right?
Yeah.
Then all the rich people in Russia, all the oligarchs, they're not oligarchs anymore because there's nothing left. All the rich people in China, there's nothing left. Korea, there's nothing left. Everybody's just fucking posturing, right?
Yeah.
Now, the guys in the Middle East that are fighting for religion, not power, it's a different
They don't
ball
give a
game.
fuck.
It's a different ball
they'll
game.
blow the whole world up.
Correct. Correct. Because they think they're going somewhere good at the end of it, right? But the people that are fighting for power, if you're talking about the big boys fighting for power, dude, that's just all bullshit. That's just posturing to
They
me.
want land and then to get more money
Right.
to go from that
Right.
shit.
They,
don't
want
anything
legacy,
else,
right?
yeah.
And all that stuff. But
And
like,
they just show, we got big bombs that can meet the needs of a nuclear bomb.
Totally.
That's pretty much it. And then we'll be like, yo, we
nobody
got
wants
the same
everybody to
fucking bomb.
die. Then who are you
Yeah.
going to rule?
You're
Nobody.
gonna, you're gonna
Like,
rule a fucking wasteland. You're not gonna get any money out of it.
Exactly.
But that's where, I mean, other than being in Israel, we're in Kuwait. We got Kuwait. We moved into Iraq. Whatever fucking reason, we're still there in that bitch.
Are we still have a good number of troops there? I don't know about that part.
Nah,
of
they're
it,
still
so-
in. They're still
Are
in
they?
Iraq. They're all still in Iraq. They built a base there. It's still there. Of course, the embassy's still there. Dudes are still deploying and driving from Kuwait to Iraq.
But
They're
Kamala
still doing
said
things.
there's nobody
She a
deployed
fucking liar.
right
I
now.
hate that motherfucking. Just because she said that
there's
shit,
nobody
like you
deployed.
see, I got loud over there. She said that shit, and it pissed me off because I'm like, and this goes into the other thing. You just had what 3-4 people from Georgia, black folks at that much, die in Iraq from a damn drone, but there's nobody deployed. And Joe Biden said, "What? I haven't had X number of people die." You know,
When was this?
This was earlier this year.
Okay.
This was just earlier this year. They were they were reservists.
Interesting.
When I went home in February, they died from a drone strike.
Oh shit.
From the little, I guess it was DJI drone, like they were in Ukraine, but no, it was over there. The drone hit them, and it's just been going on ever since then. It's not going to stop. So motherfuckers are still in combat zones. They're still doing shit. Green Berets are constantly moving. SEALs are constantly moving. They just don't put that out.
Yeah.
You can't put that out.
It's just so weird. Like it's so easy to look at it from the outside, but like when you're really in there, like I don't know, you don't really know what the right moves are. It's super easy to judge it,
Yeah.
but like I don't.
I think what's wild right now is you're seeing like the Ukrainian Russian like drone footage when they're like doing shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just seen one yesterday where it was like I believe it was Russians killed Ukrainians.
Mm-hmm.
It might be a little bit around, I'm not sure. But the drone like caught them, 2 dudes,
Yeah.
3 dudes came out of the little house,
Yeah.
and they're like,
Oh yeah. I saw that footage,
like-
and they just popped them all
yeah,
right
popped
there,
them
laying on
all,
the ground. Yeah.
and then they were like, "What's going on?" And they're like, "You know, you're supposed to be taking them prisoners," and they're like, "Oh, we don't have time for prisoners,"
We don't have time because they don't have nowhere to put them.
and they just
Fuck you
fucking
gonna take them to?
the
Where you
drone
gonna-
caught him, just fucking
Call it a day.
Call it a day. Why are you taking them? You don't have to keep them alive. Then I'm not saying.
That's by far some of my favorite footage to see like pop up on my feed on Instagram, where it's just like fucking dudes just getting murked by drones. You're just like, God damn. Some of these dudes got fucking hunting shotguns, like turkey shotguns,
Yep.
to take down fucking drones out
Take
there.
down drones. Yeah.
I never
They use-
seen any
they
of
use
using
fucking
the-
birdshot.
They're using birdshot because the DJI is just flying over.
Yeah.
And they're shooting them down so that they don't end up getting blown up.
Crazy.
Yeah, man.
Everybody
it's
practice your
bad.
skeet shooting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Beretta or some company made a anti-drone shotgun build. Like they're manufacturing and selling them in mass now
hell
because
yeah.
of
Dude,
that.
we should do one.
Yeah.
Huh.
Y'all
That's
should figure out how to
interesting.
do that, bro. I bet you people are coming here and buy the hell out of that thing.
This episode is brought to you by Coffee Whipped. Guys, Coffee Whipped is a supporter of the podcast and our shop. It keeps us fueled all day long, especially my guys, and you know how busy we get. But their doggone coffee is amazing, and if you really want some extra boost, their Viet coffee will get you going. We love their breakfast sandwiches. We eat them here almost every day in the shop, right here locally in Huntington Beach, California. They support our podcast, and we love it. Make sure you guys visit at @coffeewhipped_. That's at @coffeewhipped_, or hit the link in the description below.
I don't get the play on Ukraine and Russia. I don't get what Russia's trying to get out of it.
I think land that they lost allegedly, right? There was land that was originally theirs, from what I understand, and then they lost it.
That's like the whole Middle East too. On top of it,
It's all the same shit.
Why
They're all
can't we all just get along?
yeah, they're all fighting like and
Fuck, bro.
religion.
yeah. Putin's
But
just
Ukraine and
nuts.
Does that mean
Russia,
Mexico's
that's not
going to come
religion,
back
is
for
it?
It's just
California?
power. It's all about
bro.
power.
that one's power.
Yeah.
Yeah, Putin just wants that fucking land back because he feels like he's got a small piece because it got taken away.
But
That
it's
happened way before Putin, though.
yeah, I
Yeah,
know,
dude.
and it's
But
kind of like
it's his country. He doesn't give a fuck.
let it be. Just fucking live there. No one else is gonna take any more of your land. Just fucking.
We don't want that shit that I know of. I think what do they
why don't
do?
you just
They
let them
grow
have it?
wheat.
Who cares?
Yeah.
What?
They grow wheat and that's
Ukraine?
it, right?
Yeah.
Because the Ukrainian people don't like. That's a super oppressive country. Like all the shit that happened in the past. Like
I think the
Ukrainians
biggest-
don't want that. It's easy for us to say, but if you were in Ukraine, you'd be like, I don't fucking want to be under Russia's rule.
I think too the biggest
They're
portion
their
of
own country.
the conversation for Ukraine or helping Ukraine was because it was such an important like trading port, from what I understand, or like a big area for actual trade. So having Russia take it over kind of closes that off to a lot of places that aren't friendly with Russia.
That makes sense.
And typically, and really, Ukraine's not part of NATO. They've tried to be part of NATO. Now, I'm more into supporting NATO countries, but the other side of that is if Russia takes them, then what happens?
Yeah.
That's where Poland comes in at, though, right? Are they a part of NATO?
They are.
Yeah.
And
So
so,
it'd be like
then
if
they're
you
like
fuck
one
with
step
Poland,
from
yeah.
that. Yeah, you're like a rock's throw from Poland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One person gets killed in Poland. Poland's like, fuck it, it's on. Now NATO has to go.
Yeah.
Well, we have to go.
I love Polish people. They're fucking awesome. Listen to their prime minister. They have a king. What the fuck do they have over there?
Prime Minister, I think. I
Yeah.
just saw a
So-
thing with him
Yeah,
too.
he's like, yeah, we don't take in fucking refugees. We don't
They-
fucking
it was
do it.
Muslims in particular.
Yeah,
They
he's like,
don't
we
do
just don't
any
do it.
Muslims.
He's
They
like, they're
don't want it.
violent. We don't care.
Yep.
They don't come here. We don't take them.
Get the fuck out of here.
Well, he said they took in like 2 million other kind of refugees. It was specifically because around the world they are like certain countries are having problems with anytime the Muslim population gets larger, they were having problems with it.
Yep.
And I don't think it's all Muslim. I think
No.
it's like a certain sect that is very aggressive.
I think if you put,
religion again.
Yeah, I think it's if you put
Shocker.
too many
Figure.
types of religions
Shocker.
in one area. You know, too many different types of Muslim religions in one area will cause problems. I think if you take in so many refugees and you have like 5 fucking religions in the same goddamn borough, there's no point. You're just gonna have fucking problems.
I don't know if it's that. I don't know if it's that contained.
I think it is. I think it is.
Well, go back to your Muslim studies.
I will.
Okay.
And we'll go back to that. I'll report back, Chief.
He's gonna have a report for you by Monday. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
Yeah. I won't sleep, and I'll just do Muslim studies.
You don't sleep anyway.
Sam gonna come in this bitch talking about some assalamu alaikum. Before you know it, he gonna convert, dog. Sam's gonna convert from studying on this shit. It's
Damn
gonna,
right.
yeah.
It's gonna do it.
That'd be dope if you
man.
convert to Muslim.
Yeah.
Bro,
Just be dope. It would
It
just
would
be
be.
dope.
I'd be our diversity hire, technically.
you would.
Get all these days off.
Your diet would change.
Don't go into there.
Knock it off.
It's gonna be no.
I'm not going that deep.
No pork. No pork.
So next month,
Yeah.
November.
I say, let's switch it up to something more fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. Seeing people get
Geopolitics
murked.
is super fun.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah.
Chuck's like, oh no.
Jones watching people get murked. What the fuck?
There's
I
gonna be
never
some
that shit
drama.
never shows up on my feed.
Yeah, see?
Because
Got
you
bad
watch,
feed.
you're a dog.
All right, I'll
Look
start
at it like
sending it
that.
to you so to get all in your feed.
It will for sure.
All right, next month, November
November what?
24.
2-4.
Why'd it have to be a foe?
Why you gotta say it like that?
4-4's
25.
I'm
Because the
tipping.
day the Eagles play.
Yeah,
baby.
I'm sorry, Justin. I know. I was. Mad
I'll be there, but I gotta leave because
I
I'm
know.
going to that game.
Yeah, one.
Yep.
Well, we're done by then, hopefully,
Yep.
depending on.
So tell everybody what your plan is, what your show is, what your event is, and why you wanted to do it.
So November 24th is going to be the Be a Good Homie Friendsgiving Range Day, and it's going to be from 8 to 12 p.m. roughly. I picked that day. It was either going to be that or the first Saturday in December. Luckily, they gave me the 24th. So the good part about that is that everybody, male or female, whoever it might be, I don't want to just single out the men on it, but men, y'all can leave. The wife can do everything that she needs to do for Thanksgiving, or both of y'all can come out. You can just come shoot and eat some good food and fellowship and get to know other people inside of the community, other than just your little group that you're usually stuck with. Anybody can come out. But the purpose of calling it Be a Good Homie is that it is Thanksgiving, and you're supposed to be showing thanks for the things that you appreciate the most in your life. For me, it's my family and my friends. If you didn't have good friends, good homies, then where would you be? You know what I mean? Like, you got to have those people.
For sure.
And in this day and age, life is very short. I mean, what happened in North Carolina? You got another tornado coming through. That shit can be wiped away in an instant. So it's just best to, I feel like at that point in time, what better than to enjoy being around your friends, making new friends, than right before Thanksgiving.
Yep.
So that's what we got going on. It's going to be at Prado. You guys, of course, are going to be there. Justin's going to be there until it's time for him to go to the Eagles game. I would love to
I'll
be
be
able to
wearing
go
my
to the
jersey.
game with you. I know. I would love to be able to go to the game, but I want to. I had to hit this event up and just enjoy time with people, good people. I don't want any fucking drama. Like, I'm done with the drama. Done with all that shit because
No drama in this industry. What are you talking about?
I know, right? There's none. But the thing is that all of these dudes with all this drama, if you think about it, all the death and destruction some of you claim that you've seen, or all these badasses around here that claim that I done been through this or been through that, you look at that shit and be like, you know what, bro, why the fuck am I beefing with this other person? They could die today or tomorrow. I could die today or tomorrow. And you're going to leave the earth. And the one thing that person going to have in their head is like, damn, me and this homie right here didn't get along. Me and this cat right here beefed the other day. I said, fuck you. He said, fuck you. And that's how we ended the earth. So it's just like, right now,
not time for that
I see
shit,
that.
right?
Everybody want to talk about the world coming to an end and the country's divided. Why create more division? That's all I'm saying.
a good
So
point.
why not?
Is it sold
Friendsgiving.
out yet?
I have a total, I believe, 16 left. 16 tickets
How many
left.
spots are available?
25 and 25. So 25 for general admission. I got Gutter Grandpa over here that's going to be helping out with that shit. And then
perfect name
I
for
have Mark Ackenbach from First Defense. He's going to be doing a pistol carbine class. That one's going for $200, so that covers food and that course of that class. A $50 general admission covers just coming out, shooting, going through fundamentals, whatever Sam might have planned. I do have a few of my guys from different agencies that are going to show up that might go through a couple of fundamentals and things that they go through. And it's like 2 hours on that portion. A few vendors, not too many. I don't want to overdo it. And once those classes are done, then we move into food and sit down and eat. Motherfuckers like to eat, so and people are happy when they have full bellies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, come on out.
Food brings
That's it.
people together too.
Food brings people
Yeah,
together.
yeah, hell
You
yeah.
know.
So the 50 people, 25 have to sign up with Sam or sign up with
No,
Mark.
25 can sign up with Sam. That's 25 on its own. 25 can sign up with Mark. Once those spots get full, we're done. So it's going to be
Gotcha.
50 total shooters coming
But you're
out.
doing a course if you're not just coming in and chilling.
Correct.
You're 25 doing a course, 25 doing a course.
Yep.
Gotcha. Understood.
So that way I have how Prado has it set up is that there's a wall separating. I got to go back and see which range it was because
Yeah, what bays are they? Raul, do you know?
No, I don't know what you guys ended up agreeing on.
He said that the older guy that sounds like all he did was smoke cigarettes his whole life said that there was a wall right down the middle. I haven't met him yet. I hope he doesn't get mad because I said that. But there's a wall right down the middle, and there's enough for 25 shooters on one side, 25 shooters on the other side. So we're hopefully we can kick off at the same time, get all 4 hours in,
Oh yeah.
and then once we're done,
4-hour class? You gonna do a 4-hour class?
2-hour class.
he's
Right?
doing a 2 hour.
Oh, I was gonna say, God damn.
Nah,
he
he
met
ain't doing
Chad
a
yet?
4.
4 hours of interaction.
No, he hasn't met Chad.
He hasn't
yet.
met Chad? Oh, the owner of Prado?
I have not met
He's a
Chad
Marine,
yet.
too.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see the flag
Yeah.
flying, so
Dude, I
probably
got
not either.
so much
Check out our
fucking
last
knowledge
podcast.
in this thing.
Huh?
He was a guest on our last podcast.
I'm gonna check
Yeah.
that out.
It went
Yeah.
live this morning.
Did
Really?
you,
I'm gonna look that
So
shit up.
good. He's good. He's
you
good
doing like a
dude.
syllabus for it and shit like that so you can go through it?
Yeah.
Look at you.
I know. I'm proper set up.
Do you need to type it for you? Or
No, I
something?
can type.
I'll make sure you
No.
go to bed the night before. Go to sleep.
I'll be too excited.
What other vendors you gonna have out there?
I just reached out to Stand Watch Knives in San Diego. I have my boy from Level Up Challenge Coins just coming out. I may or may not have a booth. I haven't made up my mind on that just yet. I probably will. No, you guys are going to be there. I'm not sure if you're planning on selling anything, but I know Rifle Supply will be having their flag flying high.
We will be there for sure.
And I'm still looking at other vendors. I haven't made up my mind yet on who it is that I want to invite. I've sent some invites out, but for some odd reason, people be like, oh, I got to make sure I don't have anything going on that day. Or somebody's like, that's Thanksgiving weekend. I was like, no, Thanksgiving weekend is the following weekend.
Yeah.
This
It's
is
the weekend before
It's the
Thanksgiving.
weekend
It's
before.
the weekend before
I got
Thanksgiving.
scared when I saw the date too because I always spend time with Stacy's family and I'm like, "Fuck, is that Thanksgiving?" I looked it up. I was like, "Oh no, I'm good. Thank God."
Yeah, that's what
that's cool.
that's what I told someone else. I was like, dude, Thanksgiving's the following weekend. You still got to go to work on Monday for
Yeah.
some of you.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
It's
our
like,
busiest
and
week.
it-
Yeah.
Busiest week of the year. That's actually blackout for us. Nobody
Yeah.
can even take
Nobody
days
can even
off.
take time off for that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's I invited a few early breakfast coffee, guys, and see if they wanted to come through. They told me we'll see. I might be busy. Yada yada. All right, cool. But we're gonna kind of move from that. If whoever really, I'm looking at local vendors that do not obtain that much of a shine.
So where did you get? So why did you want to do it class based? Actually, you and I haven't talked about this at all.
Yeah.
Why'd you want to do it class based versus doing like something like where people pay that $50, they get lunch, and then Rifle Supply is going to bring some ammo and stuff like that? Did you want to have it more structured that way versus a get together, like open to every?
Well,
you know what
I
I'm saying?
see one of the things is we all know who my homeboy is, fucking Lee.
Yeah.
He's like, man, people got to start taking classes and learn how to shoot.
he coming
this."
out?
And yeah, he will be
Okay,
there.
good. I was
He,
about to
he,
say.
Are you guys doing the RKB drill?
yeah, there will be the RKB drill. He will be at RSO at Mark, so he's gonna be helping Mark out.
Oh, okay.
That was part of the agreement with Mark, because if you look at Mark's classes, they're high as hell.
Oh, okay.
I'm not, and I've expressed this through a few group chats. I'm not pulling anything. I'm not making any money off of this. I'm actually losing money.
Gotcha.
Honestly, because of how I have it set up with Shopify and people purchase and all the fees and shit.
Right.
So I'm covering some of that cost. But
It's not a money making thing for you.
It's not a money making thing. It's a promotional thing.
Right.
That's how
Bro,
I'm looking at it.
he needs a tax write-off. He's balling.
Whoa! Don't tell people. that.
this is the end of the year tax write-off.
No. If I can, I've thought about that. If I can't write it off, then I will write it off. If I can't write it off, then all right, I'll pay more into it. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, I am that person who, and I've always been that person even since high school, that I just like to see other people happy. That shit makes me happy. I ain't gonna lie to you. That it just makes me happy. People would come to me for their problems when I was in high school before they went to the teacher. And that was just because, one, I was the biggest, tallest person, but I can also
Your big presence.
yeah, but I can also articulate and communicate at a different level towards teachers and principals and shit like that. it was weird having my principal, fucking Mr. Delaney, tell my oldest brother, your brother think he run the damn school. He walk around here like he the fucking mayor. And I'm like, whoa, dog. Chill. But it's like, that's just me. And that's what I want to do. And it's not for clout. I've already established somewhat of who I am out there in the Instagram world. It's more so of I want to see people enjoy the end of the year. And what better, Thanksgiving. It's like I'm giving and I'm not saying this because I want motherfuckers to be like, oh, happy birthday. My birthday on the 27th, but here I am putting on an event for other folks is what I'm saying.
For sure.
And that's just
Who's your food vendor?
Chopper Teppanyaki. I think y'all had it at the Jump Out Boys Live Fit pop-up shop.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
He's a customer of ours.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I
That's
am like 99% sure.
Yeah.
That's cool.
He said that he was pulling up.
Old shop.
Yeah.
Old shop days.
He said he's been here, but he said that he was coming down to come holler at you again. He didn't like some of the other shops.
Perfect.
He ain't fucking with them other shops.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Did Mark's class sell out already?
I think I have to look. I think that's the one that has the most tickets because it costs the most. Meaning that it's the most expensive.
It's still cheap for that day because I know he's not cheap, like you said.
He's not cheap at all.
Sam's cheap.
Yeah,
Look at
very.
him.
Well, I asked Sam when I went to go hang out with them at the range. I asked Sam. I said, Sam, how much do you want for it? How much do you want to charge? So on and so on. He's like, nothing. I want to do this.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, bro, I appreciate it.
I'm very nice
So
sometimes.
what that covers for Mark's class, it covers Mark's cost, and it covers the food and the range.
Right.
The food and the range is, the general admission cost, which
Right.
is $50.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like, I have no room for anything else. And I wanted to bring the price up for him because I had already figured it in. You know what I mean? So it's just like, that's what I wanted
What
to
are you going to teach?
A couple things, a little basic pistol shit. Just like, I don't know if I'll touch on carbines because I don't really feel like teaching carbine as well as pistol, but
Yeah.
I'll probably do some basic pistol, a little bit of movement, and then call it good. Maybe some
Is Mark doing pistol stuff too?
malfunctions and
Or?
shit.
Or just carbine?
Mark's doing both. He's doing 2-hour pistol, 2-hour carbine.
That's cool.
Oh, so he's going 4 hours.
Yeah.
So you're only teaching for 2 hours.
Am I teaching for 2 or 4?
You're teaching for 2, sir. I will have somebody else fill in the other 2. Don't worry about it. Mark is
I was gonna say 4 hours of pistols.
Who's going to be? Who's your? Who are your ROs?
Scotty.
I'm gonna take Parker.
Can he
Parker's got to
instruct?
work that day.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you though.
Black Friday sale, dude.
I'm well aware of what day it is.
He's probably not going to want to go because he makes so much money on that
Parker,
day.
I've already talked to him about it. He wants to go. He's excited.
Yeah, you got people at the inside talking about how they're going to get to go, and I'm like, I don't think so.
No,
Are you teaching grip and all that stuff? Site acquisition, that
everything. Yeah, top to bottom.
stuff? Top to bottom.
Stances?
Couple
Soup
of
to
stances.
nuts.
Teach him everybody the weaver. Hell yeah.
2 hours. That's a long time.
It's really
you'd be-
not,
You would be
though.
surprised at how
Yeah.
quick 2 hours goes in a fucking
Yeah.
I bet you'll go over.
Yeah,
Yeah, a little bit probably.
more than likely. But then after that, we can just, run through competition portion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, he already gave you the fundamentals. Now let's see competition portion. Every shooter go through it.
Yeah.
Unless we're going to run it. If you suck, you fucking suck. Now you know what you need to work on
Yeah.
when it comes down to being timed.
Yeah.
And that's
Raul, are you going to take Sam's course?
I love observing.
Observing.
Yeah.
Me and Raul will be at the booth.
Observing.
We would love
Yeah.
to take the class, but we got to work the booth.
yeah.
Yeah.
work the booth.
What are we doing at the booth?
I gotta find on Groupon
Secret.
if his tickets are still available.
Just going to give away stuff. We're just going to give away some
No,
stuff.
I know.
We're not going to. I don't want to sell anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want to do. I do want to work in top shooter shit. So
Well, you got to allocate time for that after that 4 hours.
I know.
Yeah.
But it's like if at the end he's running through competition out of the 2.
Yeah, but
Let's figure it
that's
out.
not Mark's.
Yeah.
But those people taking Mark's won't get to do that.
You're not going to do any raffles or giveaways or anything
I
like
want to
that?
do raffles and giveaways. I'm still laying that all out too.
Yeah.
Right here towards the
That
end.
would be cool.
Because I want to go through.
Let
I
us
wanted
know.
to figure out, get some gift certificates and all of that shit from you guys, and kind of just push all that out.
Yeah.
I was gonna buy some gear and then reach out. If Stand Watch can't come out with their blades, I was gonna buy a blade and just raffle that shit off too, because that makes them pretty nice. It comes with a Condition 1 case. It looks like, so I think people will kind of like that shit. They're pretty fire.
That should be fun.
Yeah. Bunch of
Prado's a
stuff.
rad spot, too, so
Yeah.
that's cool.
I think I liked it when I drove out there. It's
Yeah.
just
It's
right.
awesome.
It's, what, 2 X's from my house, really, to be honest with you.
Where do you live?
I live off of, I live in Anaheim Hills.
Where off? Imperial? La Palma? Where?
Weird Canyon.
Lakeview?
With all the rich folks, Weird Canyon.
Man.
Is he on this side of the freeway or on that side of the freeway? that shit is what determines it. Trust me.
This episode is brought to you by Strike Industries, a longtime friend and supporter of Rap Supply. Guys, Strike Industries has been making high quality and affordable parts and accessories for all your firearm needs since 2010. Whether it's for your AR, AK, Glocks, SIGs, CZs, Strike's got your back. They've recently been making a name for themselves with their innovative products like the cable management system, which even got picked up by the U.S. Army. There's also fun stuff like AirTag holders so you don't lose your guns while traveling. Recently, we've seen a lot of chassis action coming from Strike, like their SMC Bravo, which is for the P320 FCU. Visit strikeindustries.com or hit the link in the description below.
It does. I'm on that side of the freeway.
The rich folks.
I'm on that side of the freeway.
Yeah,
but
that's real close to your house then.
Yeah.
That's
And
right.
well, when he told me that y'all were out there, I just jumped in my truck and I was like, damn, that place is close. It took me like 10, 15 minutes to get where to go to Rahagis. It's like, you got to go here. You got to drive down this long-ass road, hit 3 red lights, and then maybe you'll be there.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Then you got to deal with the. Never mind.
Yeah. Occasionally grumpy and potentially racist staff.
That was well put.
Very well.
That was well put. That was well put. I don't know how I can tell when that happens or when there might be someone that is like slightly, might be racist in the crowd. Is when they're like, hey, man, next time you come on out, we'll take care of you. Don't worry about nothing. I'm like, why the fuck you being so nice to me? I didn't even shoot. What the fuck? I was like, why you being so nice to me?
It's the white
I'm
guilt.
Like, all right, I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
White guilt.
Yeah.
That was
Like,
the
they're
Asian
like,
dude that worked out there. I
God,
was
Asian guilt. He's like,
He's
man.
cool. He's the RSO.
Yeah.
He's one that's cool. I mean, he's always been cool to me. There's a bunch of other
You guys
folks that
typically
are
really
not
only
so-
like, you don't like 2 people that work there.
No, I think it's like 3 or 4. For
There's
me.
a couple people that work there that are fucking so cool. So cool.
Like what? Like if I run that business, you all need to be cool.
For sure.
Like,
Sure.
I mean, look at Route 66.
Yeah.
Like they're all super cool, all
Yeah.
super nice. Prado, they've all been super cool. Super
They're-
it's
I
not
think- I
that
think-
fucking difficult.
Well, Prado and to be a little bit disparaging to you fucking old folks, right? They like Prado and Route 66. They actually hire younger people. They hire people who are like my age or like early 30s.
Yeah, I noticed that.
That are a little bit like they're less worn by the world,
as grumpy.
right? Yeah, Rahagi's. It's just
You're very well put
old-timers.
together today, worn by the word. It's
Worn
very
by the
good.
I love this shit, bro. He is not. Like, no.
It's very good. He's getting his teacher pants on.
Yeah, at Rahagi's they're a little more. Yeah, they're pretty rough just because they're old timers. They just don't give a shit. They don't have to.
Find new people.
Well, even the people that own that fucking property, they're all assholes. From what I
Find new
understand.
people.
So doesn't matter.
Find new people.
Or we just build our own.
I
Yeah.
know.
If you build it, they will come.
Well, I mean, that's what Route 66. I'm not going to get into that whole story, but that's what Tom and them did.
Okay.
And I mean, I think they did a great job. It's
Yeah.
just they're so far away, but they got nice grants from the city and stuff like that. And I love
That's
that
dope.
range. It's just so hard anywhere closer. Like there's just no fucking room.
I don't understand. Shit, dude. If you could, I'd hate to do it, but right there off the toll road, the 241, all that land that's right there, tucked off in the mountains,
Oh, I think they're already making that like a funeral spot.
they're turning it into a veteran
Is it?
cemetery. Yeah.
Cemetery, yeah,
Right
yeah.
there where the flag is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the people
bought
over
all
there,
that.
bro, I've never seen so many people so pissed off with all their signs on the side of the road. But yet they're so fucking patriotic.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Wow.
veterans need somewhere to live. I
Yeah,
mean, to their eternal resting spot, you know?
Well, no, but I get it. Like, if you live there, like, I wouldn't want to live next to a cemetery. Like, I don't care what it is.
Why not?
Raul, the cemetery
hell
is
no.
on the other side of the 241.
Ghost travel.
It's called Poltergeist.
Okay,
used to
live-
Okay,
Scooby.
Scooby-Doo.
I used to live next to a cemetery when I was little. And me and my buddies used to go and play like hide and seek in the cemetery and shit.
Dude, that's crazy. When we were first looking at houses, there was 2 houses. And as soon as we got there, we, like, looked in the backyard. It's a fucking cemetery. It's like, nope, let's go.
Yeah.
I
get
live
it.
right next to a
I,
cemetery.
I'm
I
super
know.
scared of ghosts, but like I think I would be okay next to a cemetery.
Yeah, just sage the house a little bit, dude. Fucking
Whoa, hippie.
bro.
But
I'd be saging my house,
they
son.
Salt the windows.
There you go.
Good.
well, they're all
Chilling.
just, they're pissed off about it. They've created a new project. Nobody wants it because they feel like it's going to create more traffic, but it's just like your area's right here. The 241 comes down, and if you drive down the 91, if I'm not mistaken, is where they have the flag up, the big, huge flagpole.
The huge one. Okay,
Yeah.
I know exactly where that is. I
Yeah.
just drove by it. Yeah.
There's nothing
today.
over there.
Yeah, we all did.
And last night for me, I was just like, fuck, the same thing. Yeah.
No, there's nothing over there.
All you Anaheim Hills folks.
Man, get the fuck out of here, bro.
It's not the Anaheim Hills. It's the Yorba Linda that
It's
you
the
have to
Yorba
worry
Linda
about.
that's really
But
good.
like, that's so weird. Like, I don't know. For me, I probably wouldn't prefer living next to a cemetery. But like, if it was a memorial cemetery, like, man, I don't want to. I'm not fucking American. Like, I would fucking deal with it. Like, I mean, like,
Well,
what are you supposed to do? Like,
It's not like it's gonna look, and this is no diss to like
Right.
regular cemeteries.
Totally.
I feel like it's gonna be very similar to what you would see at Arlington.
totally.
The white
Very well
headstones,
kept.
everything well kept,
Yeah.
flags all over the place. You got one big flag. What better place than Yorba Linda, Anaheim Hills? They're so patriotic, and they got flags flying all over the place. That's where I know all the shooters that are in 2A community live in Yorba Linda. That should have looked nice. What you gonna say then?
Yeah.
The one thing that they're really pissed off about is that they just approved the new apartment complex that they're going to build right there off of Santa Ana Canyon. That's the bad one.
Yeah, I'll see how that goes.
Yeah, apartment Yeah, we're not. I don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about something?
I don't want to talk about it.
We're getting some new ones right here. They
Dude,
knocked down the Hatchet place, and it's gonna
Yeah.
be all fucking.
Oh, dude, they
condos.
did
more?
quick work
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah.
The whole
you seen?
Hatchet parking structure.
Like with the same type, with the same. Oh man.
Yeah.
Never mind.
And we have to have Section 8 housing in California at
Yep.
Huntington Beach now.
I know.
Have to.
Got-
Have
Are
to.
you saying in Huntington Beach now?
Oh,
yeah. No.
Newsom is,
Bellaterra,
Newsom is
as you
suing,
have-
yeah.
I mean, dude.
Newsom suing Huntington Beach.
Fuck,
Yeah.
Nico's
California
neighbors, they
is-
were shooting through the fucking door. His next door neighbor.
Fuck.
Yeah, and it's like I mean, those apartments are like $3,000 minimum, but not
Yeah.
if it's Section 8.
It
The
was Section 8 because you got to have a certain amount. It's got to be
certain
like
amount,
4 or
right?
5
yeah,
or some shit.
Huntington
yeah.
Beach went with like almost a decade, almost a decade to 15 years with absolutely no Section 8 housing.
Yeah.
Fountain Valley, they tried,
Yeah.
and it got shut down.
Yeah. The fucking the Pacific City apartments that are literally on the beach have to have Section 8 housing.
They do.
Fuck.
Yes,
That's
have
wild.
to
They
require.
gonna be living fly. You hear me?
Yeah.
How do I get one of those?
So what's funny is these ones right here in the corner. They
Yeah.
said, okay, since we have to do it, we'll, whatever how many buildings there are, like, okay, we'll put them all in one building over here. And they're like, no, that's segregation.
That's segregation. You can't do that.
Separate.
I lived in the Alton in Irvine, and I'm paying what 27 something. This 2018, and there's people in there. I was like, fuck.
How
it,
do
I'm
you
happy.
feel about it? Because if I worked my fucking ass off for my
I'm
money to live in
pissed.
this nice fucking
gonna lie.
area, like,
And
It's-
you're paying a
it's-
quarter of my rent,
You're paying a quarter of my rent, and you can't go, find multiple jobs
Yeah.
in general. You know what I mean? Or else you don't get to live in this area.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, people have to start.
people will crucify your ass for saying that,
I
especially
underst-
because you're black.
I understand that, but my thing
Fuck.
is, and this is what I'm going to say, and I talk about it every time that I go to certain places, is you have to, just like here in America, we have to take care of our own fucking place. We have to take care of our community.
Fair.
Take care of your shit, keep it clean, build it up, stop letting people just throw fucking trash all over the place, and then you'll be all right. Then
Come
you
to
won't
Long
need
Beach,
to.
man.
Then there won't need
No
to
one
be
wants to go to
anything
Long
over
Beach.
there. You know what I'm saying? But I've been to Long Beach. I've been all over this bitch. But it's like, people have to start taking care of what's theirs. But at the same time, but at the same time, rent doesn't need to be. They've raised my rent in my spot for every year, $200 here, $100 here. But bitch, what did you change?
Yeah.
I can understand high-rise apartments, how they label them, luxurious apartments, raising them, but they're changing stuff.
Yeah.
And if you want to live in those spots, because that was always my dream. When I came home from Afghanistan, I wanted to live by the beach. I stayed on 17th Street, fucking stayed with these surfers that I fucking hated, but I enjoyed my time. I had a breeze because I was in the desert for a year. Then after that, I started making a little bit of money. I wanted to stay in a high-rise in Irvine. I did that.
Wait,
paid
why'd
my
you hate
damn
the
fee.
surfers?
Them motherfuckers were lazy, bro. I couldn't stand that shit. They were lazy. I literally, bro, I cleaned the house. I cleaned my bathroom. I did all of that shit. I did everything. And they would come home from work, and I sat here and I watched this dick drink some water and spill it on the floor. And I'm like, hey, bro, you going to clean that up? It's just water. No, bitch, it's water that collects dust and dirt. And you got a big brown stain right there. And then I would tell old boy, I'm like, the dude that I shared a bathroom with, I'm like, bro, you got to start cleaning up after yourself. I don't like
that's
getting
fair.
into the
Yeah,
tub.
yeah.
The one thing that is absolutely disgusting to me, and I know everyone in this room has had to have experienced it, was when your tub gets stopped up and then you're taking a shower and then it overflows,
the
right?
worst.
Yeah.
And that's disgusting, right?
Yep.
But at least you know if that's your own house, that's your dirt.
Yeah.
It's your
Or
sewage
it's
water.
your own
Happened
sewage
to me at the
water,
last
right?
hotel I was at.
But can you imagine having a fucking roommate that you already know is a nasty ass person and that's happening to you?
That's gross.
That's fucking disgusting. And I would take the time and be like, he's gone to his girlfriend's house. All right, good. I can clean the bathroom, keep this bitch clean for at least 3-4 days. I'm good.
Yeah.
Nah, that motherfucker come back, fuck that shit up in 6 hours. Fuck you mean, bro? I hated him. So I instantly, it was a a fuck you moment. And I told them I had already spoke to the landlord. And I told the landlord, I was like, this is my end of the month. I'm done. I've already been here for almost a year. But I never told them. And I was just like, you fucked me, so fuck you. And I'm out.
But the rents have gotten so expensive.
Yeah.
So expensive. So a lot of people are like pro rent control. That's a slippery slope too, right? That's Section 8. That's rent control.
Yeah.
So then you keep the prices down. Then you pay this amount to. It's just like I said. I don't want to get too far into it. It's a very
Yeah,
slippery
I don't know. It's
slope.
a slippery slope, and it's tough to talk about. But the thing is that
Because no matter what, you're an asshole. Unless you're the fan of giving away everything, you're a fucking asshole.
You
And it's
can't
like
give
I have
away
rental
everything.
properties. I don't want fucking rent control.
And
I
I
want to
don't-
get market rent.
I don't think the world should be socialism either. I don't think it
Right.
should just be flat round the board. But if you're going to charge me X amount, I expect something more. You know what I mean? Like
For sure.
And some of these places aren't giving that because they're having to do A to get to B or whatever.
They're just looking at profit margin. Like for me, like I have a townhome that I rent, and the place rents for $3,900 a month, and that's a lot of money, right? It's a whole family that lives there, and I was like, just pay your rent on time, and I won't raise your rent for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? So
That's
it's like,
fair.
and I'm under market rate. I just got a market thing today, and they're like, you should be charging $4,150 for that
Yeah.
place. And I'm like, okay, but I just want a good person. But when you have these big apartment complexes or high rises, yes, there is overhead, but they're run by companies who just need to pay
business.
bills. It's a business,
Yeah.
right? And so
don't
like,
give a
that
shit.
doesn't make it right.
No,
it
no,
doesn't
it
make
doesn't.
it right.
It doesn't.
But like, it's that's just what it is. And the rents have gotten so ridiculous that California is like, man, if you can afford it, you don't really want to stay here. Like it's just really weird
Yeah.
what they're doing to the state.
I think it
it's
would work
tough.
out a little bit better if people are making money if shit would just it comes down to shit not being so damn expensive.
Yeah.
Shit wasn't so fucking expensive. That person who's living off of Section 8 could potentially live in that apartment complex in a sense if everything wasn't like high as fucking giraffe ass.
Maybe, but that's kind of like that's like your lazy roommates on 17th. No matter what you do, they're still going to be fucking lazy.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't matter what race they are, who they are, they're still going to be lazy. Like I don't know if you capped it. If anybody would work harder for anything, they just would work less.
Yeah. I mean, fucking the
They might.
fucking felony flats in Apple Valley was like mostly Section 8, but then there people are like, yeah, my rent's only like $500 a month for this
Yeah.
fucking house. The fuck do I give a shit?
I know. I
That'll
have.
work.
In so that people don't be fucking pissed off at me because I'm talking about that shit. But I know people who are on Section 8, but single moms working their ass off to get away from that shit. They're not trying to stay there.
For sure.
And those are the ones that I'm just like. And what I've had a conversation with my dad about is that helping hand. You're not supposed to stay there. You're supposed to use it as a leg up and then keep rolling.
Stepping stone.
It's a stepping stone. And there's some folks out there who choose to abuse it. Black, white, Puerto Rican, Asian, purple, green. They're all the same and they choose to abuse it. For sure. It's not based off of race one bit.
I think what's crazy is like all the housing that they're doing now at like what is that? The mall in Orange.
Yeah.
Now there's fucking homes in the parking lot.
Mall
Yep.
at Orange? Where?
Main Place Mall?
Main Place
Main
Mall.
Place Mall, yeah.
Brea Mall. They're building fucking homes in the parking lot.
Okay, wait. Main Place Mall, right off the freeway, right there. Not the block. No, Main
no.
Place.
Main Place.
They put.
Homes in the parking
Off
lot right
of
there.
20, what is it, the 22?
22.
Yeah,
Kind of
yeah,
like
yeah,
Bellaterra, right? Where the
Yeah.
apartment's right next to fucking
Yeah.
the whole mall.
Yeah.
Same shit, yeah.
Which like that part I understand. Like people that don't want to walk everywhere, don't really want to drive. A lot of people work from home now. Like if you live at Bellaterra, you don't really have to go anywhere.
Yeah.
No.
There's a Costco, there's a bunch of good places to eat, there's a bunch of different stuff. Like
Yeah, Angel Stadium now, they're
I ain't
going to
mad at
build
it.
homes
Yep.
in the parking lot.
Yeah.
so that was
Homes
something
too.
I just
It's
heard.
Duck Stadium.
Did you
isn't
listen
it?
to that? Was
Duck
that
Stadium.
Rogan? No. It was Cuban. Cuban
Yeah.
was talking about it on Flagrant. So all the pro teams, that's what they're doing. That's why he sold his majority stake of the Mavericks. He only owns very little of it. He's gone now. Yeah, because it's now become a business, and what they're doing is they're buying up all of the land, and they're almost like gentrifying that land, but they're building it up so like it's a humongous complex, and he didn't want to do that. He's like, I'm into sports. I don't really want to. He's a tech guy. He's like, I don't do real estate, so I didn't want to do it, so he just exited. So I guess that's something that all the sports teams are doing now. Like, I don't mind so what it is because the NBA, for the collective bargaining agreement, has gotten so expensive for the owners that they have to get sources of income somewhere else. The team can't provide enough income. So now your hotels and your restaurants and all that shit, that's why they're doing it. It's very interesting.
Gotcha.
I
That
can't.
came up.
Now that you said that, I can't wait to see what the A's stadium and shit's gonna look like.
They moved to Sacramento, right?
Nah, the Oakland A's, they just moved to Vegas. They just demolished the Tropicana
When?
not too long ago.
Wait, Oakland A's moved to Vegas?
Yeah.
I thought they were
When did I
moving to
not hear about
Sacramento.
this shit?
Yeah, that's why they're saying nobody's up there now. Like
Yeah,
obviously
all
the
the teams
Raiders
are
are gone, Oakland's gone.
Okay, well, it's Oakland. Dude.
Well, what about the 49ers?
Oakland's looking rough.
The basketball team left there too.
Yep.
They went up.
Sacramento?
I think they went to
The Kings?
Sacramento.
Golden West.
Golden
Golden
State?
Golden West.
Golden West.
Golden
No,
West.
Golden State.
Golden
Golden
State
State.
left
Golden State.
Golden State.
yeah.
Wow.
No, they're still in Cali. Where
They're
the fuck are
still
the
in
Warriors at?
California.
No, but they went up north. They were at the same stadium as like the Raiders and the A's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The A's went to Vegas?
The A's went to Vegas.
Yeah, but it's tough. Like, it's funny. We just booked tickets to the Link in Philly. We're going to the Commanders game in
Nice.
November. And Stacey's like, well, can we just stay around somewhere around there? And I was like, so surrounding Philadelphia Stadium, it's a no red zone. I mean, it's a no red light at night. So basically, any stop sign, any red light, you're legally allowed to go through it because the neighborhood's so bad.
Yep.
All around it. So it's like, where are they going to move? They can't really gentrify that area. It's just really interesting. Like, I don't know. I mean, Oakland's probably as bad. I don't know if it's bad as downtown Philly like that. But,
But
like,
where's the 49ers at?
They're still there.
They're-
They're going to
No, they're in Santa Clarita.
Santa Clarita.
No,
Yeah.
No.
Santa Clara's
Santa
down
Clara.
here.
Santa
Santa
Clara,
Clara.
not Santa Clarita. That's right.
Santa Clarita's in LA.
Yeah.
Santa Clara,
Yeah.
which is a much nicer neighborhood. I mean, I compete up north all the time, like in San Jose and those areas, and there's some nice areas up there. But man, it's so liberal.
Well, it's
dude.
funny. I went to
I can't deal with
a
it.
Niner
It's
game at the. I went to a Niner game at the old stadium, and the taxi guy didn't want to like drive down all the streets. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna drop you off here. You're just gonna walk down like 2 miles." And we're like, "What the hell?" And
miles?
it was a bunch of homes, and it looked ghetto. I'm like, "Bro,
Yeah.
this looks ghetto."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "We're from SoCal." And he was like, "Okay, this is kind of like Compton."
Yeah.
And I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And
That's
dude,
like Inglewood,
You're like,
dude.
that's
It's
supposed to make me
Sophie.
feel better?
and we fucking were walking down the neighborhood, and yeah, just a bunch of fucking people, homies,
Yeah.
chilling on their porch, fucking drinking beers, and you're just fucking walking on the sidewalk, like, dude.
But they didn't fuck with you, right?
No.
So it's like, it's interesting because like right next to Sophie, when we went to fucking the Super Bowl, we
Yeah.
had to walk through Inglewood.
Yeah,
like,
I know
and
where
I got
you're
my
at, dude.
like it was rough, but like I don't know if it's like like people don't come here and start shit in the shop. Like they don't shit where they eat. You know,
Yeah.
like we didn't even have close to any problems, and so it was
If
weird.
you see people, because I remember I had the season tickets for the Chargers, and I saw
Oh, yeah.
this one lady. What people like to do is they'll park off of the 105. There's the bus transit or whatever it is parking lot. And they'll park there and then they'll walk to SoFi. And I just saw this one white lady, and I was just like, "Yo, ass better not be here when the sun go down." But everybody said that they're good. Everyone has been able to walk
Yep.
through those areas, and it's totally fine. And they have opened up so much shit, and it's called Hollywood Park now.
Yeah.
They opened up this. It's like the Sphere, the Vegas Sphere little spot, and you can go in there and watch football games, and you can actually feel immersed, and it's all up in the ceiling and shit. But it's like people just walk around that bitch, and I just be like, y'all do know a couple of streets.
Seriously.
You know what I'm
Two
saying?
blocks that
Two
way,
block that
yeah.
way. You liable to get snatched up real quick. But from what I see,
It's not.
It's good.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's like they don't shit where they eat. And Anaheim's the same way when you're at Disneyland. But apparently, from when I started working over there, they're like they came to an agreement with the gangs. You don't fuck with nobody who comes to Disneyland, and the cops don't fuck with you. So maybe that's the case.
I mean, that's a fair trade-off, dude.
yeah.
Like,
You get to do whatever you want to do.
correct.
Just
Just don't
fuck
do
with
it
these
right
people.
here.
Yep.
Don't do it on this box.
I forgot.
But
you
you gotta-
used to do security at Disneyland, huh?
Yeah. But it's like you got to think about how much shit you get in if you fuck with somebody over there at SoFi. You got all the SWAT teams, everybody's there. It's got to be pretty tough.
They don't want you fucking with people there because then people aren't gonna go there. So yeah, they make it so it's all right. You're safe.
All right, bro.
Bye, dude.
I see you. Same.
I'll be in touch. Sorry, guys, I gotta go. I'm sure nobody will miss me.
Bye, Justin.
I'll actually, yeah, we'll actually.
It's okay.
miss
We
you,
have
so-
another one right here.
Who's that?
We got 2 Justins.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
JT.
Oh, you got another Justin right here. Yeah. What the fuck was I thinking?
Man, quick on your feet, aren't you?
Yeah. Who else is coming? I was looking behind us. Ain't nobody back there. What are you talking about? Got my hopes up for some more questions.
Yeah, I know. So it's just wild. I don't know. Cost of living, housing is just getting ridiculous.
It's horrible, dude. And I don't understand why people are denying that it's horrible. It's like motherfuckers be like, yo, yeah, I want to vote for this shit.
Yeah.
Let's keep voting for it.
So dumb.
But I can't eat. I can't pay for this, but fuck it. I don't want them tweets. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
It's like, fuck them tweets, bro. I get it. My wife probably watches, be like, but she doesn't watch my podcast because she knows that I talk about this type of shit. But it's like,
Do you have any homeless people by where you live?
yeah.
Really? Even
Yeah.
over there? You got
Even over
homeless?
there, they like to live in the woods. So come
The Santa Ana
wintertime-
River Trail? They probably live down there, right?
They live down there,
Yeah.
but they went down and kicked a lot of them out. So they cross over under the 91. They come up and they no shit live in the woods.
Yeah, in the
And
hill.
in the hills area and all that good stuff. There was a guy that was living up there, and I guess during the rainy season, the water washed him out. And
not
I saw
funny.
it's not funny, but
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like seeing dude right there. He was trying to dry all this shit off, and I'm like, bro, what size shoe do you wear? And I went back to the house, got him some shoes, got him some wet weather gear that I had because I was just storing like bullshit camping stuff that I didn't need. And I was like, here, take this back. Hopefully this will help you out while you're sleeping on this trail. But people are gonna start seeing you, and they're gonna start complaining even more because our bus stop is the last stop from some part of LA. So it's like they all just come from there and then they come up here and they just stay. And it's pretty shitty.
This episode is brought to you by Powerbase. Guys, we use Powerbase Bluetooth speakers in the studio, the shop, the warehouse, and even on range days. The quality is amazing. They're engineered right here in the USA, established in 2001, and not only that, they manufacture their own products. We also use Powerbase in our company cars. The sound is amazing. Visit powerbaseusa.com. That's powerbaseusa.com, or hit the link in the description below.
That's one of my biggest problems with Long Beach. It's just the homeless.
Y'all got a lot over there.
It's wild,
Yeah.
and they don't give a fuck. Like, I see the cops and the cleanup crews come and break down these encampments like once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They leave. 2 hours later, they're back
They're
up.
back up.
Yeah.
But that's the money that the federal government gave the
Yeah.
city. Even when I was working downtown LA in the jewelry district, man, it was, I
They
hated
have
going
like
to
10
work.
cop cars, like a dump truck,
Yeah.
like social workers.
Yeah.
They have like 15 cars there, like
Yeah.
breaking down these encampments. I'm like, that's got to cost a lot of money.
Breaking down the encampments in LA, they have little mini street sweepers, bro. In downtown, it's just, I don't know if it's still there. When I was working there, these guys were just coming right on these street sweepers, sweep up all the poop and piss and shit. It's
Yeah,
right there.
yeah.
And then they go down to the next one and they do the same thing. But then on top of that, they have first aid, like EMTs riding around on bikes to help folks who are overdosing on shit.
They do it in New Orleans for Mardi Gras. They have people that have like flatbeds that pick up people that are drunk on the road.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That shit looks like just gonna throw this dead
They got,
body up here.
they got
fucking-
two dudes that can pick up people and just fucking toss them in this
Toss 'em in
goddamn
there.
in the flatbed, and then fucking take them to the police
Take him
station.
to the police station. Hey, book his ass. He gonna stay in here.
Drunk
for
in
the night.
public, call it a day.
That's fucking wild, bro. That's a lot of money. I think if we took all that money and put it towards something a little bit better, some housing, some medical facilities, help
Some
people
mental
out,
health shit.
some mental health shit.
Yeah.
Bro, they closed down a lot of these mental health facilities across the country. They closed down the one in my hometown. Now my dad, he works for the homeless shelters over there. He's running them, and that's the biggest problem. They don't want to be bothered, but they're just sleeping next to the Burger King over there. Just like the fuck. Damn.
Yeah,
Go
I feel
back
like
to the facility.
The homeless, that's a tough one. I don't know how to fix that. I don't think anyone does.
Again, it's
Wild.
hard when those people also
They don't want
to
help.
help.
No.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, they're not like mental health. They're like drugs or whatever. Like they're not in the right state of mind to even know they need help, or they don't even care. It's just like it's a tough situation.
Cocaine's one hell of a drug.
Yeah, it is.
That's what Rick James said.
Yeah, all this shit now.
And it's
that
not
they're on.
cocaine anymore. It's
not.
fucking fentanyl and heroin.
Yeah.
Oxy.
What's that new shit?
meth.
Fucking Tusi?
What's that one?
That's the pink cocaine or the pink whatever it is.
I never even heard of that one.
Yeah, that's that new shit.
The Walter White.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Walter White. It's Walter Pink. Shit.
Damn.
But no,
You don't want to get some?
Nah, I'm good. I don't know. Where to get that.
I'll try it out. Let's see how it
He's
is.
from Anaheim Hills, dude. What the hell?
They do cocaine up there, bro. Rich people drugs.
The clean stuff, though.
They ain't trying that old shit, that new shit just yet. My neighbor's wife told me about it. Apparently, it started in Chile.
Cocaine?
No, not cocaine. That's Colombia. Bro. Yeah. Shout out
my
to Pablo
people.
Escobar for
I'm
making that shit.
Colombian. That's my
shit.
deal, yeah.
You want to know what's wild is that you just told me that, and then Justin just told me he was like half Mexican, and I wouldn't even thought it.
My mom's straight from Colombia. She came over here when she was like in her late teens, early 20s.
She had that Bam Bam on her or what? That's what's up. She paid her way.
Yeah.
Hell
Paid her
yeah.
way. Coming straight off the plane. I got it. Don't worry.
Yeah, my mom actually went to high school
Yeah.
with, Tata, like Pablo Escobar's wife.
Yeah, yeah.
She went to high school with her.
She did really come over here with that Bam Bam thing.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that's wild. Off them Pan Am flights. All right.
Yeah.
Pablo Escobar got shot. You know my buddy Julian?
Yeah.
Pablo Escobar got shot like a mile down the way from Julian's grandma's like ranch.
Damn.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You got some stories.
The famous rooftop.
And I haven't been to Colombia yet. That's like one of my spots I want to go to.
Are you
next.
going to go to the rooftop?
Of course, yeah. It's like a big old it's a safe area now. There's like memorials, like a bunch of paintings and shit, like all dedicated to Pablo. Like it's cool.
Do you think people really like that dude?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Oh,
He,
yeah.
he put so much money back into the community, like built homes, all that. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why they were all protecting him and like trying to help him hide.
He wasn't like that asshole drug dealer. Like,
No.
What's his name down in
So that was the
Mexico?
thing. That's why he wanted to. What fucked him over is he wanted to run for office.
Yeah.
Is because what he said to himself was, "I'm fucking putting so much money, into the community, building homes, building schools, all this shit. I should be running my people."
He should.
Which, again, now they looked into all this shit and fucked them all up.
They need to see them files.
Yeah. So that's what
Where
fucked
you
them.
getting your money from, Pablo? We need to see them financial files and
Yeah,
shit.
but
Word,
he's
word,
a
word.
he's a god over there. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
yeah.
I watched the show. I haven't watched. What is it? What was it called? On
Narcos?
Netflix? Narcos.
Pablo? Oh.
Narcos. After watching Narcos, after his season, I stopped watching. I didn't care no more.
Yeah,
No, he was like a saint over there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. He gave so much back to the people, did so much to,
Saint Pablo.
yeah.
like he gave away homes. Like, here, like I'm gonna
Gave
build.
away
For
But
money.
did they have money in the walls though? Where he's like, yo, just stay here. Don't
They
touch
buried
my money.
him. Then the tubs, the fucking
Keep it
50
in
There's
gallon
so
tubs
much
in
money
the dirt.
that it's not even found that got lost because it was like buried and shit.
Yeah. He just started making too much money that they just started fucking burying it everywhere to where nobody kept track of like where they were burying it.
He had $1 billion shovel. Well, you might have $1 billion shovel when you go back. Dog.
Yeah.
Start digging, bro. Motherfucker ask you what you doing. Shit, I'm just looking for some gold.
That's why there's still people out there today like that go digging like oh, let's see if we
Interesting.
find the
Maybe
fucking
you'll
barrel.
Find that. I doubt
Yeah,
it.
right. That shit's all fucking gone now.
shit
Not
gone.
gone, but it's probably been eaten away.
Yeah, I seen his house is there still. It's like abandoned, all that shit. Like it's all still there.
Oh, nobody moved into it.
No,
Interesting.
yeah, it's crazy. All the animals he had and shit. Like,
That motherfucker was living a life.
yeah,
It wasn't like he was Scarface or nothing. Scarface was playing with that powder too much.
well, that was a movie.
I'm not saying it wasn't. But I'm just saying that you don't get high on your own supply, and some of these people still do that though. They don't live by the code.
Yeah.
Pablo was living by the code until he got shot. He was doing too much. But
What is I'm surprised that I know you're real in touch with like the veterans and always looking out for them, and you're always kind of in the know on that stuff. That I don't know that you don't try to advocate or do something in that field of like awareness, or I don't know. That's what I see that you would be good at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
like,
was doing that for a while because I used to go out to Veterans Row and I would take clothes and all that good stuff, food for a minute. I was doing that. And
like I could see you starting a nonprofit, and
that's what I wanted to. That was where my goal, where it was leading me towards. Right, I wanted to go continuously going out to West LA and helping those people out as much as I possibly could. I was taking clothes, taking stuff, bringing food, hanging out, listening to their stories. And then I started helping active duty kids out. That's how I ended up meeting the guys that were working here. Yeah. And I was trying, that's where that turned into my calling in a sense. And then my son started playing football and I strayed away from that just a little bit. But I would take those dudes, like, I'm not going to say his name, but he would come over to the house when we watch football. My wife would cook dinner, bring him up, try and mentor a little bit, go camping, you know, help them through if they were EASing, helping them through that process, trying to get them into the VA the right way, all of that good stuff. That's why they ended up working here. Mm-hmm. And then people decide to go on their own paths in life. And some listen, some don't. Everybody's trying to figure that shit out. One of my good buddies, he ended up landing a job. He's contracting overseas right now, making some fucking bank. The other two I haven't talked to in a while. Yeah. Yeah. But it's like that's where it all started from. That's where it stemmed from, is that I wanted to start helping active duty kids out more than just the veterans at the VA. VA had money and they just won a big thing that came out not too long ago. I don't know how old it was, but my wife sent it to me. The thing over there is that UCLA was buying up all the land from the VA hospital and putting their stuff on top of it. And they were leasing it from the VA hospital, but they weren't. The land was set for veterans when they were coming back home to be able to live in these houses, and that was just too big of a monster for me. I couldn't. Yeah. I felt like starting from the bottom and going up. The biggest problem is helping these dudes when they're EASing and getting through, versus
what's
EASing? End of active service.
Oh, okay.
That's how you.
For our listeners that don't know.
Yeah. So that's where I started it. That's where I felt like could prevent the problem before they got
proactive.
Older. Yeah. So that's where it all started, and then after
there's a lot of help that needs to be done in like
it does
all facets of.
Well, everyone kind of started doing their own thing. My buddy over at Oath the Country Foundation, he likes to do veteran home restoration, so he'll go and clean up a vet's yard. He can be Vietnam vet, he did a World War II vet, and I think he ended up passing away. Korean War vet in Orange, they'll just go and he'd take money from his nonprofit. He'll come and beautify your whole yard, outside more than inside. And then he started helping a Vietnam vet. His house was just completely like level 5 fucked up to where the city wanted to close it down. It was so bad, you know. And it was I think it was like a trailer or a little mini house, so they ended up redoing the whole thing. And then he was doing his thing. And I was like, all right, everybody's already doing this stuff. You got people going out here. You got folks doing these houses. I want to start at the root of the problem. Active duty dudes getting out. Let's figure out how to help them. And that's where it all kind of came from. And then my son wanted to play football, and then that shit died. So I wanted to just, let's go out. Because I don't know if you remember it. We used to do the take a hike trips, where I take people, we go camping, and I bring them up over, their 96s or whatever. We go out, hit the desert out in Barstow. We'd shoot, have a bottle of whiskey. Now, what's going on? How can I help you? What are you doing? What's eating you at work? Like, what's the deal with, your staff NCOs? You're planning on EASing. Have you already signed up for the VA? Have you filed all your claims? Have you seen this person? Have you seen that person? And some of them say yes, some of them say no. All right, what are your plans after that? Do you want a job? I know somebody in the community. I help you get a job. I know this person.
So is there any government programs that help people like that? Or is it just all people like you?
Fuck no. No, I'm just kidding.
But there should be, right?
There are some. Before you get out of the military, you have to go through a separation process. For the Marine Corps, we call it TAPS and SIPs. And they're supposed to say, this is how you write a resume, and this is how you do this, and this is how you do that. And then they bring speakers in to see if you want to apply for a job over there. For me, that was just a washout. It was like, all right, it's like bullshit.
It didn't really help.
It didn't really help.
Not
my resume fucking sucked. I ain't gonna lie. That was my second resume that I've ever written my whole life, and it fucking was horrible. But the instructor at the time was like, oh, this is great. No, it wasn't. I didn't
They're
get a
just
job
getting paid
off
to
of it.
go and... Yeah.
So you need to start the JT Foundation.
Yeah. Rifle Supply want to kick me some money?
Tax write-off?
Can I get a Rifle Supply check on that one? I would love to. And for any active duty or veteran out there that's having a hard time, because I sit on the phone with these people, vets that are around my age, and I've helped them with their VA claims. You got to go in and say this because it's trial and error for me. You know what I mean? With shit that I've just been through. So I tried. That has been my goal. That's what I wanted to do. But that little motherfucker at my house takes up so much of my time.
How do we get the government to be more accountable and help the veterans out?
That shit ain't gonna never happen, bro. It's been that way. That's like beating a drum, like beating a dead horse, what they call it, right? Mm-hmm. It's like beating a dead horse. The government is never gonna help. I don't believe that they are.
I mean, I don't know.
They just said
they just will either,
they just said this year that the VA ran out of money. How you run out of money?
Crazy.
Kind of going back to what Sam was saying, it's like we're sending all this money overseas for all this other shit, which it needs to happen, but like, where's the money back for us? You know,
I don't think we'll ever see the return. The minute that we receive the return on our investment with Ukraine, none of us are going to be alive. Yeah, we're not. Let's just face that shit.
Yeah,
Israel, none of us are going to be alive.
Yeah.
Trump just held everybody accountable for what we did during World War II and so on when he was in office. That was World War II. Half of them people died, right? They're already gone.
I'm not laughing, but
I'm
just wild.
But it's
like,
the truth.
Yeah,
you think about it. No. I feel where you're coming from. But it's just like, it is funny. It's funny how you see that we flip the bill for so much stuff, but it takes almost 90 to 100 years, almost.
World War II was in the 40s.
Yeah.
60. Yeah, 80 years.
80 years, right? Yeah. Before we start seeing a return on that and telling people to start paying their way. Nobody paying us back on that shit. Yeah, we created an agreement. Yeah, we can sit there and barter. Japan can't have a military. Germany still can't have a military. Yeah, that shit's already established. But when y'all gonna start carrying your own way and getting off our nuts? We got shit we got to fix over here.
Crazy.
But, I mean, what Justin said, geopolitics, we trying to, stabilize the region and all of that good stuff.
Just sucks we're always footing the bill for everything.
Flipping the bill.
There's got to be a happy medium.
Nobody sends us money.
You would think there'd be a happy medium. Like,
yeah, but how much time do we spend trying to stabilize fucking Iraq and Afghanistan? And how well
20 plus years. And then if you go all the way to Desert Storm, what was that? Another 2 years to 22. Mm-hmm. On top of that, you think about the times that we've spent in Bahrain and Beirut and Lebanon and all of that shit. You can't stay. And I wish Justin was still here so I could tell him it's hard to stabilize those regions. I understand the geopolitics, but it's like trying to stabilize that region is like the war on drugs. That shit is never going to come to an end.
Tell him, act like he's right here.
Yeah,
fucking
Justin,
tell him.
Trying to stabilize.
Motherfucker.
I trust me. I understand it, but that's where the money comes in. That's where they find that $700 billion. To be able to give to the DOD. It's the fucking war complex, bro.
Yeah.
All them motherfuckers, the contracting world, motherfuckers need drones. I worked in that industry. I know it's in Israel that I worked on while I was over there in 2014 that they pay some money for to have. I understand why we care. I believe it. Fucking Raytheon want to make sure they shit stay there and it's safe and they collect their money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fighting for
It's
oil.
all about money.
It's all about the money. It's the bill, bro. At the end of the day, it's the bill. I watched something and I know it. We're like, fuck. I watched. Have y'all ever watched the Theo Vaughn podcast before? Mm-hmm. I watched Theo. I watched the one with Trump and then I watched the one with Bernie Sanders.
Huh.
I actually watched Bernie. Bernie didn't talk no crazy. Bernie spoke on some real shit, and the realest shit that he spoke on is the amount of lobbyists that are in D.C., not just all over, but in D.C. It's more lobbyists in D.C. than there is people who are in the House and in the Senate. You know what I'm saying? And those are the folks who really run the country. Those are the people who really make the decisions on how much shit costs. They take a motherfucker and be like, hey, Raul, come here, let me holler at you, man.
I know you all the money.
I know you got everything going on over there in Santa Ana, bro. That's your district. So check this out. Let me put this paycheck in your pocket, and then you just put our software in a fucking red light or something dumb like that. But they paid him to do that, and that's how it keeps going. Yeah. So when these people end up leaving, let's pretend, you end up quitting your job, and you've worked with this lobbyist for so long, buddy be like, hey, come work for us. So you can talk to the next motherfucker that come into the spot and try and keep the money coming.
Bro, so it's so funny. I'm listening. Joe Rogan, his last couple of podcasts have been about like the food industry.
Yeah.
And the whole food shit.
Yeah.
And they're talking about the whole food pyramid, how that's all bullshit. The food pyramid was paid by the pharmaceutical companies that paid the food companies to create that food pyramid to push all these chemicals to put in foods. And all those people that approve those that work for like the FDA and all that shit, once they got it approved, now they went and got hired to the
companies.
fucking wild.
That's wild.
Wild.
That's 100% wild. Look at who controls.
And it's
Go ahead.
like none of it's illegal. You know?
No, it's all written into the form, and it's like, yo, we gonna keep that shit rolling. Fucking General Miley, he works for a damn whatchamacallit, contracting agency. He was the top general leading, and he ends up retiring, and then he goes and gets a job for one of these war complex ass companies. I'm not against. Hey, I like technology. I love drones that blow shit up.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Do that shit if it works.
Yeah.
I would love to. I work for a contracting agency, 2 of them, but it's just that's not. They shouldn't be the reason why our country's ran the way that it's ran. If you really ask me.
Yeah. They should be the ones fucking pushing for whatever the fuck they're pushing for.
Yeah.
It's just not right.
It's not right. All that money that they put in their pockets to be able to run that shit, let's take some of that money and put that shit right here. Fix the vets that you sent to war for all of that shit to make sure that shit tests out. What's his name? Dick Cheney? Wasn't it Dick during Iraq?
I think it was, yeah.
Oh,
It was Dick, right? That knew all the contracting agencies. I think that's what it was. Dick Cheney, he ran the fucking country. George Bush ain't run that
Didn't
shit.
Dick Cheney fucking shoot one of his hunting partners?
Yeah,
or some
he
shit?
did. He shot that
he did.
motherfucker.
So funny.
He shot him.
Cool.
Well,
Well,
wait. So what's new for your company? After Actions, what do we got
Man,
coming up
right.
besides your event coming up?
That
wise,
is my main focus. I just put some hats out, some nice little M81 Jump Out Boys hats.
those are pretty cool.
They are pretty. I wish I had some to bring to you.
I thought
guys
you were
at
gonna
all
bring
at
me
the house.
one.
Don't trip, bro. I got you.
can't
Don't
even
trip.
donate us a hat.
I will donate you a fucking hat. Don't worry.
You got
about
any
it.
other cool drops coming?
I have a few designs that I'm working on right now. I do have my buddy out in that. Well, we just kind of befriended each other. Kick flips and donuts out of Arizona. He's one of those community type police officers that spread, a lot of positivity out there in Arizona. So I'm going to be working with some stuff with him, and hopefully whatever's next with you guys. I know we were working on that collab. We got
You're
the fucking
fucking
design,
lacking,
bro.
bro. You're fucking
All that
lacking.
shit, dog. I'm working on that with you. I say we do that shit in November. I say that shit drops for Black Friday.
Did you do anything with RKB? You guys didn't do collab.
We did do a collab. We did a flag collab and we did a t-shirt collab. I did flag, t-shirt, and patches with that.
Did you?
You did?
Yeah.
What T-shirt?
Yeah.
It's the one where he's in the van where we shot that CQB
that's right.
video.
That's right.
Oh, that was him.
That was him. His face was like blurred out. You can barely tell. But yeah,
Man,
that was him.
we
That was him.
still don't have a fucking T-shirt. That's so crazy.
You know what? Now the package is on its way. The package is on its way. Don't even worry. The package and the flag. I'll drop some patches off too.
We're just leftovers, dude.
I know,
understand.
seriously.
No, they're
When's
not
the main
leftovers.
course?
There's
Sorry.
no
You said
such
that.
thing.
It's
There's
okay,
no
dude.
such thing, bro.
Okay, we appreciate it.
So you got some shit in the works? Some cool drops coming?
I have a couple of cool drops coming. Fall and winter is like my favorite time because I get to create layers. I
Like
really
the
like doing
hoodies.
that type of shit. Hoodies, more embroidery things, more pants. I want to start working on that. At least like sweatpants, layers, and different creative ideas. Just things. Because that's usually big boy season. We can hide that shit a little bit. So that's my favorite time. I get to put a hoodie on and look good. During the season, I can't toss
Raul
that
was a
tank
big
top.
boy.
Yeah,
You're not part of that club
Skinny
anymore.
boy season.
No,
part of that
yeah,
club
too
anymore.
bad, bro. You can't put that shit on no more. I might save a little small hoodie for you or something to put on, bro. But
Kid size.
Kid size.
You
But that's
extra
what
large.
we're working towards. I want to. I don't know if I'm going to move towards gear just yet. I see everybody putting out a sling or certain things like that. I don't know if I'm going to ever jump into that. Type
It's a
of
pretty
stuff.
tapped market right
Yeah,
now.
I don't
too.
think you need to do that.
At least right now.
Not right now.
Yeah.
Other than that, that's pretty much what I'm going to stick towards.
Oh yeah.
And those hats. I mean, I found an actual hat company right here in Southern California that makes American-made hats.
Oh yeah.
That's why that hat's so expensive.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Shit. Then-
Assembled in America.
Maybe. Fuck. I can't tell you, but they said right here, made in America. And if you look at the hat, if you actually, and my wife's going to see this shit. If you look at the hat, and the reason why I selected that hat is because the fit, the style of that 5-panel is very similar to the style of the Trump hat.
Hell yeah.
That's why I believe that it's made in America because I feel like that's the same place he gets his hats.
Okay.
Can I get mine with the 45 on it?
we'll see. I might come out with a little red one. I don't know what that shit is going to say. Make California great again or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Make range days great again.
Make range days great again. Make homies fucking real homies again. I don't know. We'll come up with something cool.
Make homies kiss again.
Kiss again.
So where can people buy tickets at for the range day if there's any left by the time this episode drops?
On my website, dafteractions.com, the letter D and then afteractions.com. You can find me. That's the same Instagram handle. Hit that link in my bio. It's right there on the front page. You can grab them there. If there's any left over by the time this episode comes out, I am thinking of doing a giveaway for 2 tickets. So if this ends up turning into a snippet that y'all put out there, I might, since I just hit 34K, I might do a 34K giveaway of 2 general admission, or I might end up just feeling real generous and do one for Mark's class. I think he's already got enough people.
Didn't you just one of your pages? You should start a new page or something.
Which one?
You didn't start a new page.
I haven't started. Oh, you're talking about probably my photography page.
Oh, okay.
That's just my content page, bro. I'm just trying to. I ended up going to film school, and I just, that's an old trade of mine, and I'm just digging right back into it, and that's where that comes from. Yeah, it's fun. I enjoyed shooting.
What do you shoot with?
I shoot with my Sony A7C II.
Rad.
You saw that, bro. I had that one, and
Sony,
I have the.
we shoot Canon here.
Pardon me. I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding. I have no idea what I'm talking
I
about.
know there are 2 Canon cameras.
That's the only reason I looked at that camera. I was like,
3.
Canon.
There's 3. Oh shit! There's one right here in my face. Yeah.
You shoot 13 pros, homie.
Oh, calm down, dog. I got the
R6s,
Sony A7C,
dude.
R6s and shit. Anyway, I have my Sony. I have my Sony A7C II, and then I have my 2 lenses, my 24 to 70 Sigma. And then I have the 70 to 200 for sports photography, long range shit.
Sick.
Can you stop using Scotty for your model and use some of the rest
Please.
of the boys?
I would love to. Motherfuckers don't answer the phone.
Pride
So
Month
it's-
is
we
over.
never get phone
so you
calls.
Yeah, it's so funny because, like, you know who hasn't called me in the last 6 to 8 months?
Yeah.
Justin Tyler.
Yeah, for sure. Me neither.
You want to know why I don't call you? Because I come to the shop and I see your face.
Yeah, and you know what you don't even hear?
What?
Ask me if I can help out.
Okay,
All
I
right?
will.
I'm just
Sam.
saying. I'm just letting you know.
Fuck it, big boys.
You need big boy models.
We need shirts and hoodies and shit, shots. So
You
I'm
need
making
people
big
who look
boys.
like they can run a fucking mile is what you need.
You're right, because Scotty does look like he'll pass out if he does it.
I know.
Didn't he just do the tactical games?
I mean, you stepped it up and you got Lee in there. He's a full on like,
Yeah.
oh, that motherfucker SWAT right
Lee
there.
gives the look. I'm not gonna lie. So,
Yeah.
yeah. And I did that. Your post got me fucking shadow banned like a motherfucker twice
post?
over. I posted that video of you running the drill, nice slow motion, super crisp, and Instagram was
really?
like, "The fuck out of here, if you will, delete that shit." Delete,
They're like, hey,
delete,
you
delete."
cannot. You're not allowed to put John Wick on fucking Instagram. Classified information.
Samuel Wick.
No, I had to delete it, and I was sitting there, where I was looking at it. I was like, "Do I want to?" God damn, dude.
That was a good video.
That was a good video.
I loved it. I had
That
to
was the
delete-
one who was in the double bill drill.
Yeah.
What's it called? Double-
No, it was the fucking RKB drill.
Oh, RKB drill.
Yeah.
And it was a great video. It's fucking clear. And I was like, God damn it, I don't want to delete this video because it was really good. And I
He didn't even fight for you.
Yeah, he's like,
I
sorry,
tried.
Sam.
I hit appeal.
I hit delete.
No. I hit appeal, and when you hit appeal, you never know which way that shit's gonna go.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna be like, "Oh, you want to appeal this? Fuck you, then. There's your whole page. Bye." And I'm like, I hit appeal. They said no, and then I went to my photography page, and I saw that they hit me on that one too. And I was like, all right, what do I do here? And I ended up I had to hit delete on that one too, and then they cleared my whole page. Oh, now we'll recommend your page to other people. Yada yada yada.
Be a good homie. Delete.
Nah. No, now that means when I shoot content, I've realized that it can't be active gun shoot, like actual range shit. Mm-hmm. If it's a piece of a firearm, then it works out good. If it's not, and you're actually running a drill or you're shooting, then they're like, nah, fuck that. We're going to remove it. And
Yeah,
I'm just
unless
like,
you're killing a fucking Russian.
Yeah.
Point
they're
blank
totally fine with that
range.
shit.
And then you see blood fucking coming down the hill.
And I know that, we're trying to close it right now, but have you ever wondered why the respected branches of the military or any law enforcement agency does not get pinged?
No, I choose not to.
I look at that shit.
Because it's
though.
just gonna piss me off.
It
That's
is.
exactly why I don't choose to.
I looked at that shit and I'm like, hold on, how the fuck does the Marine Corps get away from this shit? You got a bitch running a drill and it's a full SAR 50 cal. Here we are just shooting regular shit. But it's just the thought process, man.
Yeah.
Fucking Space Force gets away with shit.
But also, too, I had heard a while back that it's not really Instagram flagging you; it's somebody pushing.
Oh,
that shit.
I know that for a fact, though.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact because even my giveaway shit, like, I didn't even put that those handguards were a part of a rifle. I didn't even put them as handguards.
Yeah.
I just said who they were, what they were, and that was it. I knew not to put handguards, and a bitch fucking flagged me on it. They say, okay. Okay.
Black man in America.
Bro, and I tell Instagram all the time, how can you sit here and say that you want to help promote black business? You picking and choosing what black business you want to promote. And that's the only time that I really try and, throw that card out there. And I'm just like, bro, you picking and choosing who you want to promote.
Yeah, that's how they do it.
That's fucked up.
It's all their fucking
But Mark
agenda.
gonna come out and talk about how he's sorry and shit. I
Yeah.
shouldn't suppress people's stuff, but yet you still doing it. You allowing people to do it. Whatever.
Good old
Crazy
suck.
it is. So dafteractions.com. Go check that shit out. Buy your tickets. Grab merch. Look for the collab. It's gonna be on either one of our Instagram.
Probably next year, most likely next February or
maybe.
most likely
Man,
next
Black History
Maybe.
next
Month.
July. Hell yeah, there you go.
See, yeah.
Little Martin Luther King logo. That's
I
pretty
love
cool.
it, bro. Let freedom ring. Man.
There you
So
go.
Chuck's not here, and he always asks Biggie or Tupac. But I think I know with the whole Puff Daddy and Baby Oil stuff, you're gonna choose Tupac.
I'm gonna
So
choose Tupac.
there you go, Chuck. No Baby Oil for us.
Yeah, no Diddy over here on this side.
All right, man. Thank you. It's been fun.
Hey, same here.
Peace.
Peace.